It's Sunday. It is our last episode of 2025. That is crazy to say, but we are here. It is Sunday. How are you guys?
Doing good. A little cold out there for us Midwesterns. It's
Yes.
cold. I
Yes.
like it.
It's
I'm
cold.
ready. I'm ready for the last episode of Welcome to Deary.
I have not seen that episode. I have not seen that show yet, so I have to do that.
Yeah.
I have to watch it. Let's see. Right now in Malamida, it is 4 degrees and it feels like negative 20. I hate
negative 20 there.
I hate winter.
I don't like it.
No, let's all move to California where Patti is, where it's probably a lot warmer. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Just bring in the heat.
Bring the heat. Bring the heat.
So let's just jump right into it so we can get to our guests tonight. We thank you to our sponsor, Small Town Productions, Larry Eisler III, and his newest group, From Ashes. What is it? I can never remember. Yeah, Ashes Echoes. I always get stumped on that one. I'm like, I always think of like the old group. I'm like, nope, that's not right. Creepy Crates, Reaper Paranormal, Crooked Path Paranormal, and then Breaking Fate / Mr. Really's Dork Arts and Oddities. So please go out and support our sponsors here. They are all amazing. We're gonna just keep doing this every week. This great Paracon is coming up. It will be here before we know it. Obscura Paracon, March 21st and 22nd at Elton Hall in DeKalb, Illinois. We have Dave Schrader, we have Josh Purvis, we have Chris Fleming, we have Barnaby Jones, we have Amelia Carter. We have some amazing people coming for this event, including Sam Beltrusis, amazing vendors, lectures, workshops, investigation. So if it's not on your calendar yet, you got time to put it on your calendar and make plans. I have a feeling the hotel rooms at Red Roof in town are going to go fast once everyone gets their hotel rooms booked. So get your hotel book now for this Paracon, because it will be in the Paracon that you will not want to miss. And starting off with our first show of 2026, we will have some of these amazing guests as our podcast guests as well, to kind of spotlight them leading up to the Paracon. So I'm super excited. So more information, a lot of information will be coming out after the new year. Tickets go on sale, I think, January 1st for the Paracon as well. So keep an eye out on the Facebook page and make your plans to come out for this Paracon March 21st and 22nd. I feel like I'm off my game today, you guys. Like, I'm like, I don't know.
Doing good. You're doing good.
You're fine.
By the way, how is your arm doing? How are you feeling?
It hurts like a motherfucker. It's my leg. It hurts. My hand keeps going numb and tingly, which isn't good. I try to avoid going back to the ER as much as possible, which if it's going like it, I might have to. But I'm in this for a week, if not longer. Thank you to a kid at work. Thank you for this. Not how I wanted to spend my last week in 2 weeks of 2025. But I have to keep it elevated to keep the swelling down, because right now it's swelled pretty well. But yeah, I'm off my game because I didn't sleep last night of this.
Yeah. Well, if anybody out there's watching, send Jenny some healing vibrations and healing energy towards her way.
And a couple ice packs.
and bubble wrap. And bubble wrap.
And bubble wrap, yes. Like, it really always makes a comment to me whenever I get hurt. He goes, I'm going to wrap you up in bubble wrap or put you in a bubble. And then I texted him Thursday when it happened. And he goes, I'm going to put you in a bubble wrap. I'm like, this time it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault this time. Like, I didn't do it. I didn't fall. I didn't trip. I didn't do anything to cause it. It was someone else that did it to me. I'm like, now I just need to go into a bubble until 2026. And
No, 2026. That
yeah,
sounds like
right.
a
I'm just happy it wasn't this hand, my dominant hand, that's had 5 surgeries on it, and it was this hand. But it sucks at the same time because the doctor at the ortho clinic said I might have carpal tunnel because of it now. So I'm like, no, I'm not winning any games today. But let's bring on our guest tonight, our last guest of 2025. We've all got to hang out with her lately in the last couple of years. It is the one and only Patti Negri, the Good Witch. She's been seen on Ghost Adventures. She is CEO, co-CEO of Paraflex, author, paranormal investigator, witch, podcast host. What this person does not do, I don't know. It feels like she does everything. So let's bring her on here.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I do. I wash dishes. I move tables. Walk dog. I do a lot. But thank you.
You do everything.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell everyone a little about yourself, because I know I just did a little blurb about you, but you can tell about yourself a little more than I can.
All right. Yes, I've been like this always. I've been talking to the dead since I could talk. I literally did my first seance when I was 7 or 8 years old. I just kind of knew how to do it, a spiritualist style seance in my suburban Los Angeles area home. And yes, it's very warm here today. It was high 70s, sunny, beautiful. It's
not fair.
Yeah. But no, I'm probably most known for Ghost Adventures, which I'm proud. I just celebrated 10-year anniversary with the show. Basically, 2 episodes a year for 10 years, about 20 episodes, and always an adventure, always great. Love working with the guys. Also, my YouTubers the last several years, working with Elton Castay. I had one drop today with Sam and Colby. FazeRug. So I like my network people and my YouTube people. But yeah, I'm an owner of Paraflix and my school, University Magickas. I have a new book out called Dollcraft. I have my old book out called Old World Magic. And I wash dishes. No, I do. Look at you guys, so prepared. That's nice.
Super prepared for you, Patti. Always.
Good. Thank you. So that's what that is who I am. I live in LA. I travel a lot. I love it when I get to see you. And I should be at your show. I don't know why I'm not there.
Next year. We'll plan for 2027.
2027 sounds delightful.
Like that will be here before we know it. Like as how fast 2025 went, I have a feeling 2026 will go faster.
Minutes. I agree.
Time. Slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down.
You're gonna take
right. Hey, I haven't started planning for 2027 yet. Besides the fact that I want to go to Ireland and England and Scotland, that's the only thing I plan for 2027 so far.
Nice. Yes. And I, due to everything going on right now, I'm not leaving the country this year. I don't know about next year yet, but you'll do it.
Yeah, it's like on my bucket list, and what I looked it up last week. For me to fly from Minnesota to Dublin is like $700 a ticket, compared to me flying from Minneapolis to New Orleans. It's almost $1,000. So I'm like, it's cheaper to go across the ocean to Ireland, go to New Orleans.
That's wild.
24 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, how does that make sense? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
That's a good deal. It doesn't. That doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Go for it. Definitely. That's a good price.
Right? I'm like, and I already have it in my head, like, what kind of photography I can do in Ireland and Dublin and everything. I'm like, the gears are in my head spinning already. I'm like, ooh, I could have some fun, But
Ireland is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and so much magic. You will love it, Jenny.
And so much history. Like people talk about United States history. You go to Ireland and all those other countries, they're so much older than us. Like, it goes way more back than we do.
Yeah, we're a baby country.
Yeah, we're a baby country. So I just want to go there and explore. Right. So
That's funny.
I know Alicia and Derek met you at Broadhead, right, you guys?
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
we came across each other at the Rock Island Roadhouse this past year too in October.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I never know where I am. You have to say, where am I? I do my little Where's Patty. It's true. I have no idea where I am most of the time.
I know, right? I was like, whenever I look, you're traveling. I'm like, I feel like I travel a lot, and then I see you. I'm like, okay, I don't hold anything against Patty here.
Yeah.
I just seen that you were in Minnesota with Brady Goebel.
Yeah, with Brady.
Yep.
And I'm going to be in Minnesota again into the month, I think, the weekend of the 27th. And it's going to be cold, right? Oh.
Yes.
I don't feel good under 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
You gotta bring your winter coat, your gloves, your
hand warmers,
heated
hand
blankets,
warmers, your
heated
feet
coats,
warmers, everything,
everything.
because you are going to freeze your butt off.
I know. Yes, but it'll be fun.
What was your first paranormal experience growing up? I know you said you grew
I
up.
started really young. I was actually this very shy kid, and I played in my room a lot, did not have lots of friends, but I had these magical friends. And it's not always the imaginary friends little kids have. They were real. They were real spirits, and they could talk to me and gave me real information. I think kids really can see. I think kids have the guess. They're intuitive, whatever you want to call it. But it just gets taught out of us in our modern, Western, completely left brain, logical brain focused, non-mystical society. It's like, oh, that's your imaginary friend. No, not necessarily. Some of them are, and those are good too. But no, it didn't get taught out of me. My mom would always go, yeah, grandma could do that too. Grandma could see that too. Grandma could feel that too. So, and I was always just obsessed with dead people, not in a dark or morbid way at all. I just knew they had a lot to say. So that's when I sat down, in my little suburban hallway, because there was no windows in the hall, because it's the middle of the day, and, stuck towels under the door, and then realized I really didn't know any dead people. So I'm like Marilyn Monroe, John Kent, anybody I could think of who was dead. And my little windowless, lightless hall filled with orbs and shadows and lights and sounds. And thus it began. I was about 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome that you had support, because a lot of families, they don't accept that. And like you said, it's your imaginary friend, or you can't tell anybody this because they're going to think you're crazy. And then we're going to have to take you somewhere for help, psychiatric help.
Right. No, I did not get that at all. Plus, I didn't have any, that's bad or evil, anything like that. That kind of a religious background. Absolutely didn't have it. So it's like, no, there's nothing evil there. This is just something that, So good.
Mm-hmm.
So you said your grandma could do the same too?
Well, I think my mom's grandma, I think my mom is was one of the most intuitive people I know, but she just used it as common sense or just knowing things. But it was her grandma, my great grandma, that always would know when somebody's going to die, always would know when it was going to happen. And her mother would appear to her on the end of her bed, and just what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a question here? Because I've got stuff in my mind that I want to.
You ask.
I'm just letting her go. I'm just letting. Huh?
I said, "Come on, Derek, you can spit it out."
It's weird that I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous tonight? What the hell?
What about me? I'm the
What's
least
going on with me?
You're starstruck.
I've had a long day.
She's beautiful.
It's been a long day.
You guys, I am the least person to be nervous about in the whole world.
I had several questions, but I'm trying to think of the right way to say them.
So how do you get started with
when you're reading someone psychic wise, and I'm probably saying this in such a just generic way of saying, but how do you like? When did you start doing that? Like when did you start
professionally doing it?
yeah, and reading people and knowing things about people, not just the past of the people that were dead people, but like actually living people. Like how when did you start psychically reading people?
I always had this knowledge. I would understand people. I would know. I made it all personal when you're a kid. Like they like me, they understand me. They don't like me, they don't because that's all you had was your own perspective, point of view. But then I got older, but then I have this huge, weird sense of ethics and integrity and virtue and moral code that I won't read somebody without their permission. I have a big old off switch, literally. Like when I was I walked around with my thumb tightly in my, like sucking my thumb with my hand. And that's part of even with these gloves I wear. That was off because I didn't want to read living people or dead people. But I kept it, even though I could see things, I kept it really private though. My whole psychic ability, my witchcraft, because I wasn't living, even though I did these things, been doing seances for decades. I ran a very corporate theatrical production company. I was in Hollywood on both sides of it. I'm like, my clients, which are like international banking company, they can't know. Number one, I talk to dead people. Number two, I dance around bonfires in a cloak. Neither of these should know. So I kept it really, really private. And then in 2008, the big corporate crash came. And all of a sudden corporate, the mini crash, corporate entertainment became a dirty word. Companies were laying off people. We can't hire this entertainment company to create shows and film. So I'm looking at my empty calendar. And at the same time, again, I'm a Hollywood kid. I've worked both sides of Hollywood my whole life. I got a call from somebody I knew and they go, Patti, we know your ability with seances, because it was my private life was very public, but not public. But not in media or anything. And she's like, I need you to do a seance on a reality show that I'm doing. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. That's my private life. Thank you, but no thank you. I just can't. I won't. That's my private life. And I'm looking at my empty calendar and she's going, please, we don't know anybody else who could do it. It's a really sweet show. It's really nice. Please. I'm like, no, please, no, please. And then literally I'm looking at my gosh, I need a job. My empty calendar. And I go, oh, well, what's the name of the show? And literally with a straight face, she even goes, well, it's called Mobile Home Disaster and it's on country music television. I'm like,
oh,
ew.
wow.
Who would watch that? I'm like, I live in LA. I'm like, I don't know anybody who would watch that.
Mobile home disaster.
Mobile home disaster. Mobile home. And I'm thinking, I'll watch. Maybe I could do it. And little did I know everybody would watch it. It was when reality was really taking off. But I'm like, okay, I could do this one job. Nobody I know is going to watch Mobile Home Disaster on CMT. Anyway, I went, and you guys, it was the most sweet, fulfilling, important day I had since I could remember. I got to use my gifts. I got to use my knowledge of getting on camera. I got to, best of all, help this little girl who everybody thought was crazy because she was drawing portals on the ceiling of their motorhome. I'm like, no.
Oh.
There are portals on the ceiling of her motorhome. There are. Right. And then I got to help a spirit cross over who was sort of stuck. And almost best of all, I got to open the minds just slightly of the Southern Bible Belt cast and crew that this isn't evil, this isn't dark, this isn't negative, this is positive of the light. And I'm like, oh my gosh, best day I've ever had, and I'm never going to do it again. That's what I'm never going to do it again. So when it aired a couple months later, I'm like, well, that looks good. That was great. It's legit. And we got to help it. It made good TV. But my first call that very next morning was from my biggest corporate client that I did shows for nationally. Hi, Patti. Hi. I saw you on television last night. Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were into the paranormal. I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, crashing around me. I'm never going to work in this down again. And I went, yeah. And she goes, I love the paranormal. And proceeded to tell me her first ghost story. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm out of the closet. I'm out of the broom closet. I'm out of the psychic medium closet. I'm out of the paranormal closet. And I haven't looked back. And it's been so much better. This is so much better.
So when you're in public and you're around people, like, you can shut that off to where you can, like, you're 100%. Not like there's nothing like going through like this.
Nope.
Oh man, he's going through a hard time. Oh man, he just, like, it's not like that, right?
Nope. I don't. I think that feels like, makes me feel like a peeping Tom, like a voyeur. You know, if somebody's like, you're in the grocery store and somebody's dead mother is going, please talk to her, please talk to her, please talk to her. Like, no. If they were like, please talk to her, please, or the spirit to the living person, at very most, I would say, okay, you may think I'm crazy, and you can say no. Hey, Jenny, your dead grandma is here, and she has a message for you. Do you want to hear it? Right. And if I will walk away, and if you say no, or if you think I'm crazy, I'll just walk away. But I would never go and tell anybody that they didn't give me permission to. That's just how I just my whole life.
Right. Respectfully, yeah.
That's how
that's their karmic lesson. Yeah.
Right.
That's how psychic mediums should do it, is ask permission to hold readings or unwanted readings, because it feels like, it's like going into someone else's private information. And
I don't want somebody doing it to me. So I don't want somebody doing it to me. I don't want to do it to somebody. Just like with my spell work, just like all my ritual, I don't want to do to anybody else I wouldn't want done to me.
Right. And then you get people that think that you have the, like, you know, when you have a gift like you have, that, like, you would know the winning lottery ticket numbers. Have you ever been, in your career, have you ever been asked that doing a reading?
100,000 times. But I think I don't think that we're given that information. I think that's like cheating. Not that we couldn't, because it's not used for, I mean, I believe we are here to help people, help resolve things. I have been given numbers by spirit. I don't think they're going to give me the lottery. I've literally been giving, this beautiful young man died. He had a disease, leaving a young wife and a young child. And there his wife sat with the iPhone, and she did not know his iPhone code. And there were like 1,000 pictures on it that they would love to show the child as it grew up. But she didn't know his iPhone code. He gave me the iPhone code, but I don't think universe is going to give me it. I mean, somebody else may be different, but then why isn't every psychic or medium winning the lottery?
Right.
That's,
I think it's just the universe said that's cheating. Well, it's not going to help anybody in the big picture, no matter how good of reasons you think you have.
Right.
Let's go with that comment. So that was the Brady Goebel event, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how did it go?
It was really fun. Brady is sweet. I love that little town. I mean, again, everything is so different than Los Angeles. I love going. We're not in Hollywood anymore.
Right.
Brady was great to work with. Everybody who came was so good. Hi, Doug. You were great getting to hang out with you when we really did get to hang out and do all sorts of fun things. So I loved it. I'll go back anytime.
So what all things did you do there? I know you did a reading, of course.
Yeah, we did gallery. Yeah.
And I think you're coming back to do the Boyd House soon. I think.
Yes, I am.
I need to get out to the Boyd House.
I haven't been there yet.
Dude, I live like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and I haven't even been there yet. So,
oh my!
You'll have to come, Jenny. Yeah,
I know. Hold on, I'm looking it up because I can't remember what day it is now. March 21st and 22nd. I cannot be there because that is my Paracon weekend.
It's your show. Oh my god.
That's why I didn't reach out to you. That's
a loaded weekend.
That's what you get, Jenny.
Right? That's what I get. That's what I get. That's what I get.
That's funny.
But it seems like that date is like specific. Like there's a lot of stuff going on that day, that weekend.
Right?
That's fun. It happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. It's weird. Maybe it's astrological, maybe it's the planets, like nothing on a week, and then 400 and things all at the same time.
Exactly.
That's
so
like
you're working with Frankie again then for the Boyd House.
Ooh, my foot's
What about it? Yeah.
You're working with again there?
I have never been there. I love going places I've never been. I mean, I'm always going places I've never been.
I know you're all over the place. Like you were at Broadhead several times. You've been to OBI a couple of times now. You just gotta come out to the Midwest more often, Patty. That's all.
I know. I try. I'm always available.
We have a haunted church that we run public investigations and private investigations out of. It's in Buffalo, Iowa. It was built in 1869 as a German Lutheran church.
That would be fun.
That would be a really good one to go.
We should come for sure.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you out.
I would love it. Hi,
Shelly asks, where is the scariest place you have been / investigated?
Which is so weird because it's in my hometown. It's the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles.
I was going to ask if it was that. I had a feeling.
That place is so dark. And I go everywhere, as you know. And I've been to some of the scary Conjuring House, this, that, Ben-Hur. It's the Cecil. There's so much darkness, so much sadness, so much hopelessness. Every room is its own horrible thing. It makes you want to kill yourself. It makes you want to die. It makes you want to. And I've probably spent more time there than a lot of people. We did a 2-part Ghost Adventures there. I did a 4-part Overnight with Elton Castay and Matt Rife there. I did a CW show there. I've bribed my own way in on my own there. Shh, don't tell anybody. But now it makes even a relatively healthy person just depressed and hopeless. Now, great concept, but bad. Because it's right in Skid Row. There's so many homeless people in LA. They're using it for homeless housing, but people don't even want to move in. They'd rather leave on the street. And the people who are moving in are already like jumping out windows. I think there's ambulances pulling up all the time because it's just the hopelessness just oozes from the walls, the evil.
How do you prepare yourself going back into that place?
Very carefully. No, I work a lot with herbs. I work a lot with oils. The place you always protect yourself is the back of the head. So many people don't know that. That's the biggest portal on your body. This one you want wide open. Your third eye you want wide open so you see it. The one on the back of your head you want shut down because that's where they get in unless you're doing channeling and then know what you're doing and be very careful. That's why when you bow your head to pray, you open that up for spirit. But I'm real protective. And my big sigil or symbol is a helm of awe, that 8-sided cross. It's Viking. It's a Norwegian rune. I always have that on a pendant, on a bracelet, written on a Post-it in my pocket. That to me is the most protective. Really breaks up negative energy and just a great wall of protection. And you could draw it in 10 seconds.
Wow. What was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I brain farted. It's
good question, though. Thanks.
Go ahead.
So, how did you meet Zach and get part of that whole series?
It was in 2015. It was a fluke. I was really just supposed to do one episode. They had heard they were doing a Hollywood episode, and they had heard they were there to investigate. And they had heard that I had just done a ghost tour there. I'm on the board. I was president of the Hollywood Arts Council. We support all the arts in Hollywood. And I did it once a year, not investigation like we all do. It was everybody dressed up and my husband's jazz band. But I did walkthroughs and the ghosts. But they had told him that I had sat there the whole evening talking to Charlie Chaplin in this one seat. And they told Zach the seat I was talking to was the exact seat that Charlie Chaplin sat in every night or every week. So I was literally supposed to be, every episode they have that one local person who experienced thing or the local psychic medium. I was supposed to be that, the one episode, but we just hit it off really well. And then I became then I think the Black Dahlia came soon after that. They heard about my seances, one of my seances. And then it's just kind of rest is history. It's,
The Black Dahlia one was so intense.
So intense. That place, that's maybe the second or third scariest place I've ever been. And because that Dr. George Hotel he's there, he's holding down Elizabeth Short and some of the other girls. During that episode, you guys, I mean, you never get it all. We shoot for 4 days to get 40.
Yeah.
But we literally, because I was there with Fauna Hodel, who's the granddaughter, probable daughter of George Hodel, because there was that incest thing. But she promised her mother, Tamar, the one who had the baby, that she would help. Tamar had promised she would help cross over a girl. It wasn't Black Dahlia. It wasn't Elizabeth Short. But literally, we did. Not stuff they showed on the show. It was, but we sent her to the light. We crossed her over, and her mother was able to pass away soon after that. It was all this beautiful stuff happened that in the days we spent there that you guys never got to see, but it was beautiful.
That's amazing. I got goosebumps when you said that. That has to be a really good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do it for, to help. Again, living, dead, doesn't matter. But there's so much weird curses there that even Fauna, the girl who was on the show with me, she's passed away. They did her movie, Patty Jenkins, that famous lady director, her show, I forget what it was called, but about the Black Dahlia. She passed away before it even finished shooting and didn't die. So now I know her sister Fauna, but yeah, that Dr. Hodel, before I started my podcast, The Witching Hour, I had a short-lived one called The Magic Hour. And it was kind of combining true crime. Thank you. You guys are good. You guys are good. It was kind of combining true crime with seances. So I was having a very famous Associated Press reporter over, Linda Deutsch, who got famous way back from the Charles Manson cases, O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, knew them all. And we had a bunch of stuff from the Black Dahlia. And he was so mad, he pushed me up against the back of the chair. This ghost, George Hodel. Again, I heard this crack, crack, crack. And I thought I broke my ribs, but he had literally ripped all the cartilage off my ribs as I fell to the ground.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And my producer was so scared at everything that happened last night, she quit the next day. She got off social media, and I'd known her for 10 years, and we had done projects together and television together, non-paranormal stuff together. Paranormal, she loved paranormal. She'd always wanted to come to all my seances at the house. She quit the next day. It was so horrible.
Wow.
I have
Crazy.
I have a good one for you. Speaking of true crime and stuff. So in our area where we live, there's an unsolved murder back from 1995, I believe it was. Her name's Trudy Appleby. Right now, they have the original one of 3 people that were suspected of the kidnapping and murder of her. Well, the one is finally on trial for her. The other 2 are dead, but we still cannot find, well, not us physically, but they still cannot find her body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a huge thing for our Quad Cities.
Everybody knows who Trudy Appleby is. And
for at least 30 years. 30 years or better.
They haven't stopped trying to find answers, find where she's at.
Yeah.
She just disappeared?
Huh?
She just disappeared?
Well,
she was kidnapped.
Got into a car with 2 men. That's the last time she was seen. She had her swimming suit on, and she disappeared after then.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that they're saying that she went missing and was murdered due to a drug debt, but they're still collecting information. Obviously, so if you would maybe be able to help, maybe find where her body is, that would be amazing. Everybody wants to know, and it would give the Quad Cities closure.
The first thing that came into my head, and again, and I'm not sitting here focused, and I don't have my on switch on, but I don't have my off switch on. I feel like she's in a ditch off the road. That's the first thing I got, in a ditch off a road. Don't know if that's
Wow.
kind of cliche. Don't know if that's true. It's interesting because I've never really done cold cases or worked with the police. I think just,
Oh.
but one time, and I think this was in Indiana, maybe, there is a 100-year-old unsolved cold case. So these two reporters called me and they wanted to interview me. So I basically kind of did trance state and kind of went this whole thing, and they just printed the whole thing. But
Wow.
but literally I'm like, okay, west of town, there's water, there's a hunting cabin, whatever. I was seeing all this stuff, and they're like, well, there's no water west of town and there's no hunting cabins. But they looked it up, and 100 years ago there was. They had moved
back in the history.
And so, you know, I don't know that ever got anywhere with it, but that's the only time I've ever done anything like that. And again, everything I saw was true for 100 years ago, but I don't know if that hunting cabin was what. But I got that somebody was coming in on a train, whoever it was, kind of a grifter.
Would you think about doing cold cases?
Sure. I will try to. You guys, I don't know how to take it off of your little thing right here. Maybe I do. Command C and put it somewhere. And I don't want to leave. I'll hold it. But yeah, or send it to me. I'll look that up and see if I could tune in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be very, very appreciated. Seriously.
Oh yeah. So I had a quick question too. So going back to when you got shoved and you know, by the spirit and stuff, like when you get these attacks by these spirits and stuff, or like, you know, what are some ways that you do to like protect yourself when you're just not doing? Do you ever get like attacked when you're not trying to focus?
Not very often. Again, I'm the queen of warding. My house is warded, my home is warded. That's why it's weird that happened. And anytime anything like that has ever happened to me, that time, one other time at the Old Park Hotel last year, about a year ago exactly, I had not set up my wards and protection yet, and this one spirit, not even trying to hurt me, pushed past me and threw me down the last 3 steps, but on that so hard, I literally fractured my tailbone. But
wow.
Again, that's that helm of eye I talked to you about. Yeah.
Okay.
I literally have one of these under my welcome mat, and it keeps out bad spirits and burglars. Helm of eye.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
But when anytime that I've got hurt or something has happened, it's when, again, I got lazy or didn't set up my protections right, or somebody got disrespectful. Nobody wants to be disrespected. Not living people, dead people, good people, bad people. My scariest one was, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but when literally somebody caught on fire at my seance, and it was because somebody spontaneous okay, yeah, there's this house, and is in my neighborhood. Again, I'm here a lot in LA, and so there's this house. It was built by Charlie Chaplin. Again, Charlie Chaplin, and I have all over my neighborhood. But it was built by him for one of his many girlfriends, which he built houses for them. But she was a movie star of the day. Her name was Mary Astor, like a silent film star. And it was a super party house for years. And they knew how to party in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Good or bad, that can bring in some dark energies. So it was a party house. It looks so much sacred geometry. It looks like it's a Masonic temple or built by Masons or something. Everything spirits, like round staircases, leaded glass. There's literally a compass drawn in the entryway floor. And as ritualists, we always work with compass. Mm-hmm. But they were doing and then after the party house, then the Rolling Stones manager bought the house. So the Stones stayed there. Papa's, Graham Parson, again, party house through the 60s and 70s. And then they moved out, and the person who invented the real life sex doll moved in, and it got too spooky for him. And then my neighbor, again, this is my neighbor, Marilyn Manson, moved in.
Yeah.
And And he recorded there, and eventually got too scared of him. He's gone now. But somebody was shooting a documentary about the house, called it the Mary Astor House. And one of the kids, and we got crazy, so much stuff, but one of the kids got disrespectful, and it wasn't demonic. It was just a big, cranky, theatrical ghost. Wanted to make a point, big in life, big in death. If you're Bob the Quiet Banker, you're Bob the Quiet Ghost. If you're some big 20s movie star, you're going to make a scene. He was flying open. French doors were flying open. Speakers were coming on. White noises sounding just like a box. Wasn't even plugged in. But finally, it got so bad. We're using the Ouija board, but it wasn't anything to do with that. Not him, but the cameraman facing him literally burst into flames. Like a V up his back, like angel wings of fire up his back. He was not standing in front of the fireplace or a candle. Two cameras caught it on film. One camera started filming like the ceiling or the floor. His camera, poor guy's wondering why everybody's screaming and pointing at him as I'm seeing his shirt go up in flames. And I'm like screaming, drop and rope, cool witch medium Patti becomes medic Patti. And I am. I'm certified trained. I am an EMT. I'm like, drop it. Nice. I'm calling in my wards to shut it down. This is not okay. I've never stopped filming in my life, but this is not okay. You could die. We could all die. You cannot catch on fire on spontaneous combustion. So, but the cameraman, and I'm looking at this blistering, his shirt burnt off him like it was a synthetic, but it was a cotton. It should not have burned off like a nylon. And this cameraman was a super skeptic, but a filmmaker. And he was so intrigued by spontaneous combustion, like Spinal Tap. He's like, no, I'm okay. I have a sweater I could put on. The shirt's burn off. I'm like, well, you got to get that blistering taken care of. I see it. It could be second or third. So, but he wanted to keep going. And the kid was no longer going to be a trouble because he's like kid shaking in the corner now. So I talked to the spirit again, not demonic. And I'm like, you cannot do that. If you want us to be here, we want you to have your word. So he more or less behaved. But how it turns this bad story into a good story is 3 weeks later, the cameraman, he goes, Patti, look at my back. He sent me a picture. It totally looked like he had went and got a tattoo of a dragon on the small of his back.
Wow.
That's
open mouth, sharp teeth, winged into the shape of a serpent. You guys, that's the exact energy I called in to shut down the seance. I work dragon magic. I'm a dragon bitch. I'm like, I'm looking at this, and this is how we shut the. I'm like, oh my God. You have a tramp stamp of a dragon. That is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And he thought so too. He's like, I know. He was so intrigued. He actually wrote a movie about this TV medium who does every TV show. He wrote it with Stephen Norrington, the guy who wrote League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and the Blade. All about this TV medium who does yet another television show, and then a portal opens, and then it becomes the kind of horror film I love, the scary, funny ones. They haven't done it yet. I hope they do it. I want Margot Robbie to play me. But anyway, I did sit down with him. Red-tailed dragon. We love dragons. Hi, Todd. But I sat down with him. If they do it for 5 hours, and I went, because he had my words because we were filming. I'm like, Lauren, you can't say that on camera. He's like, but you said that. I go, I know I said that, but that really did shift energy, open a portal. You don't want to be one of those cursed horror films, do you? It happens all the time. Spirits, energy, ghosts don't know the difference of an actor reciting lines and somebody really, doing the ritual. So we changed the word. They sound as spooky or mysterious or magical, but they're not going to open a portal to hell because it happens all the time. That's why more and more films, the smart ones, are starting to use consultants and stuff. Like, you don't want all the actors to die at 27 or any weird stuff.
I want to kind of bounce off what you're talking about, because I was seeing that the Conjuring, The Last Rites, Vera, that plays Lorraine, she had those bruises that were like shaped in crosses, 3 crosses on her leg and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It really, really, really happens. So you've got to be so careful, and you need protection techniques on set, and you need to hopefully have somebody who, if it's a voodoo movie, have a voodoo priest or priestess. Witchcraft,
Right.
have a witchcraft. If it's paranormal, have a trained paranormal specialist who knows what they're doing. That's all.
Yeah, because even though they're acting and they're doing a film, that's still
It's
conjuring.
sound. Those words, you're still conjuring those words. There's magic in the sound, in the words. Science proves that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Power manifestation.
Right. Manifestation definitely can happen, even if you're just acting. Like, you're still dealing with the spirits, and you never know what you can conjure. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
This person asked, what is it like working with Zach in that major production of Ghost Adventures?
It's a blast. I love every time. It's an adventure. I never know where I'm going. They give me an address, they give me a plane ticket, they give me a rental car, a PA picks me up. And I'm always scared, like, what if I'm not intuitive today? What if I get crickets? Because it's like, Patti, go in and tell us what happened.
Right.
But everything is so vetted, it's always haunted, and you could always tell. It's a blast. He is so sweet. They're all so sweet. It's like they're best of friends. They're funny, they're nice, they're respectful. Everything people say about, the negatives, like, I've never seen it. They're fabulous. Zach is serious. I mean, when you're starring in something and directing it, and you're executive producer, and you're committed, the one reason people make fun, they're so committed, it's because they're so committed. They're like, when you commit 120%, like little kids playing in the sandbox, or you're doing your make believe, that's how they are about everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they are. They're just move this, and and it's, even though it's a big production, it's still Aaron move this, and Jay move this, and I'm going to get this, and Pat. It's because I grew up in doing, small theater where everybody does everything. Sew your problems, sew your costume, make the program, move the lights, and they're like that.
Yeah.
So it's great.
It's a well-oiled machine, definitely. Like, they know what they need to do, how to do it, and to get their show done like how they want. Yeah.
And you don't know where it's going to go until it goes there. There's no like, and then find this over here, and then find this. Actually, if I know a location well, he won't have me. Like, I sent him to the Pasadena house to see Richard Leal, my friend, but he just had me stand outside and tell him my experience. He didn't want me to go pretend to reenact or do anything like that. And also the season finale this year. Hi,
It's Brady.
We were talking about you. It was all
His
good.
ears must be ringing.
Yeah. So the season finale was, I sent them to the Hollywood Women's Club going, oh my God, you're going to love this place. So he brought my friend Linda, the ghost hunter, but we rented nobody understands this whole thing. We rented the American Legion, which was my first episode 10 years before. He rented that again just to do an opening scene. We got 2 old Rolls Royces, like from the 20s or 30s.
Oh, wow.
Said we had extras and smoke machines. We shot it like a movie just for me to tell him about this location. So everything was legit and not redone. He's really, really good that way.
So we have about 10 minutes left of the show. Talk about your newest book, The Llewellyn Dollcraft, The Richest Guide to Puppet Magic and Haunted Dolls. Because I know almost all haunted locations now have haunted dolls.
Everybody has a haunted doll.
Right?
It's really every location. Doesn't matter if you're Penhurst or whatever. Everybody's got their dolls. Every house.
Right.
And dolls have always been popular, every culture. But now, between the movies and the Annabelles and the Conjuring and the Robert the Doll, and the Peggy the Doll, and Zach's, me being an expert in such, I'm like, what can I do? Because I live in these 2 worlds now. I live in my witchy magical world, and I live in the paranormal world. what is going to bring it together is dolls. I've been a doll collector since birth. I probably had a dozen or more dolls before I was born. My mom had them for me. If I turn my camera around, I've got hundreds of Barbie eyes looking at me, not counting my dolls and haunted dolls, some haunted, some not, behind me. But that's the one thing, the magical poppets is how to use dolls for love and health and things, make these little, gingerbread type dolls or clay or whatever, how to use them for, beautiful, positive spell working. And then the correct care and feeding of haunted dolls. If everybody's going to have one, get a good one, get a legit one, and try not to get ripped off on eBay and stuff like that. So was to bring it all together.
So, go ahead.
I love the illustration on the book, by the way.
I was going to say this.
Beautiful. I love it. I had nothing to do with the cover. So that was Llewellyn. They bounced it off my book. But the guy who does my videos, he made her talk on one of my posts. He used AI and she's real sassy. I love it.
Oh.
She looks like she could be a sassy doll. For
That
sure.
reminds me of like a fairy a little bit.
Yeah, she's very fairy-like. So yeah, so this is I've been getting to do fun things, book signings, and last week or the week before, I don't know. I was supposed to be doing a haunted doll tea party at the Lizzie Borden house.
Oh wow.
You guys had a bad weather thing go through or something. So they decided to postpone it because we didn't want to get stuck not getting there or get stuck there because I had to get to Texas the next day. So we're going to do it in spring again.
Okay.
So what is your advice for someone that thinks that they have a haunted doll? Like, what is your advice about haunted dolls?
Well, you want a high vibration positive one. You don't want a negative one, because a positive one that's got a good spirit, and most spirits are good. TV and all that makes you go to all the scary dark places, but most people are good. You go to a mall, you go to a ball game, most people are good. Maybe there's one serial killer in there, and most haunted just film and TV makes it look bad. But a bad haunted doll is going to drain your energy, make you sick, make you argue. It's always going to go for the most vulnerable person in the household, which is often children or elderly or your pets. You don't want that. A positive haunted doll is going to be just as spooky. They're going to move around the house. You're going to hear footprints. They're going to hear them whisper. They're going to wink at you, but they're not going to drain you and make you sick. So it's like,
what is your thoughts on? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and there's ways to. When I first got my doll Belle, she's the girl behind me. Anybody visual in the burgundy dress? She was sent to me by a girl in Belgium who saw me doing a seance with Peggy the doll. It wasn't Ghost Adventures. It was a Ghost Adventures spinoff called Deadly Possessions. Just before Zach had his museum, he wanted to show off his collection and had this short-lived series. And he flew me in to do a seance with Peggy the doll. And she figured if I could handle Peggy the doll, who gave people heart attacks, I could handle Belle. And just the second I got her, even because of the doll, 50,000 people watched me open her on Facebook. Those weren't people I had as followers. It was the doll's energy. But it was so negative. I'm like, I'm not going to let the sun set with this dark spirit that's over the doll. I banished it that night. I just knew there was a positive spirit inside. It took her some days to come out. I had to keep her protected. I had to keep the herb rue in her little hand all the time, or she would drain people's energy, but I would not let the sun set. So I teach people how to kind of tell the difference of positive, negative, how to get rid of negative, how to call in spirit. Maybe you have a doll you love, and you would like to invite a spirit in. You don't force a spirit in, but there's a lot of disembodied spirits looking for a nice vessel, and you can, if you want to be in a vessel, you can go into a water bottle, or you can go into something with eyes and a nose and a face. I choose something with eyes and a nose and a face.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is your thoughts on like Annabelle, the Shadow Doll, that all is part of the Warrens Museum?
Yes. And now my friends own it. I'm so glad. That's who Elton Castay, Matt Rife. They're going to be good keepers, because people don't know that. But Matt Rife is an experienced paranormal investigator, not just a comedian, though he is the funniest. Before I knew he got as big of a comedian, he did the Cecil Hotel with us. I've done warships, those aircraft carriers. It's like, why am I practically peeing my pants laughing so hard when I'm in various places on the planet? But the Annabelle and the other things there are in good hands. But Annabelle is dark. At one of the shows we were at this year, I went to several places. I was also at those conventions as she was, like Rock Island. And my little vending area was right in front, only separated by a curtain of everything in Warren. I'm like, I had to put up so much warding. Otherwise nobody would have came and talked to me. But I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I think the Shadow Doll is more creepier than Annabelle. Like,
she's spooky, yeah.
I don't like her. Like we were at Missouri State Penn last year with Dan Rivera and Nesper, and I swear I could hear the Shadow Doll talking. I'm like, nope, not doing this. This is creepy. And that doll has a creepy voice, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. Like,
you must have liked you.
I'm like, no, Annabelle, I want to hang out with you. You don't. I can't hear you talk. Shadow Doll, I can hear you talk. Nope.
Well, she must have had a liking to you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a liking to her.
That's funny.
But yeah, because I was at Scarefest with you in October. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a great show.
It was, and I was right across from you at the Booth Brothers table. That was fun all weekend.
Yeah.
So
and they're always fun to be by too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What upcoming events do you have after the new year? Because I know tonight you have something going on that you're going to.
I'm not part of it. It's a seance. I'm not part of it. I don't even know. I don't know if it's like a seance the way we all know seance. I don't know. My friend did the music for it. In the first, I've got the Sheldon Theater thing in Minnesota that last week in December. The first week in January, I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona area doing 3 different groups. It's great. I'm going to be at the astrology store teaching, I think, a practical magic workshop, a spellcasting workshop. I'm doing investigation with my friend Eric Wenzel, who I went to the Conjuring House with last year.
Nice.
A beautiful team in Arizona. We're doing a VFW hall, and I'm doing sessions. And then I'm working with Arizona AZ Tours, and we're going out to something called the Superstition Mountains and doing a seance and investigation. I mean, a whole full weekend working with 3 different groups of people. It's going to be awesome. That's so you can find links to it on my website, pattinegri.com. Anything left, but it's going to be intimate and really cool. January 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever that weekend is. Yeah,
nice.
That's next.
I'm pulling up your website now so I can take it in the comments.
Thanks. Yeah, I always put it on my website because if I can't remember, I don't expect anybody else to.
I don't know how you keep it all like intact of where you're going to be, what you're doing, because you travel a lot.
I do. And it's like, how am I going to get to the airport? How am I going to get back? Am I going to drive? Am I going to Uber? Yeah, it's
right.
A lot.
You're always somewhere, like nonstop.
Yeah.
Let's see. You have the Boyd House March 20th to the 23rd. So if you're in Minnesota, come out and see her then. It looks like you'll be at Pennhurst Paracon again.
Yes.
I will see you at Creep It Real / the Das House. I'm super excited.
Yes, me too.
That one, like, I've known Shauna and Danielle for a couple of years now, and they're always like, when are you coming out to the Das House? When are you coming out to the Das House? When are you coming out to Creep It last year?
Yeah,
like,
I want to go.
I'm like, it was the same weekend as another event that I was at. I'm like, okay, I'll come out 2026. So it's in my calendar. I'm a vendor sponsor thing for next year, and I finally will get to see the Das House and do the jail and everything. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it. And I update that pretty often because as things get adding now, things are starting to add. So check back.
You'll be in New Orleans in July. That sounds like amazing.
Yes, I'm excited about that one. That's a new show.
I know. I saw that. I was like, I want to go, but I'm like, I'm only going to be in New Orleans twice next year. back to back. So I'm like, I don't know if I can fly out there 2 times in a year because it's
Sure you can.
It's so expensive. It's like $1,000 for 2 tickets.
You just have to look for deals. Do those searches that you could do. They do come up. Some flights have gotten crazy, but you just put it out there as a possibility, and then every once in a while they'll have a sale, they'll have a whatever, and
right.
I've never flown. I'm terrified of heights.
Even though you're at 35,000 feet, it doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't feel like it at all.
But then you think about it though, and then you look down. Don't look down.
Just don't look out the window. Just don't look out the window. Like I used to be freaked out about flying like 6-8 years ago, and now you see me flying everywhere because I'm like, if it takes me an hour and a half to get somewhere compared to a 9-hour drive, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I would rather fly and have more time in that place than spending 2 extra days driving to and from.
Yeah.
And get to hang out with more people and experience more of the cities.
Me too. And I like it's kind of relaxing to me. Kind of the jiggle of the plane and the white noise. I fall asleep. I can sleep on any flight.
See, when the plane's jiggling.
See, I can't do takeoff. I cannot do takeoff. I cannot do
I'm gonna be jiggling. No, when that plane starts jiggling, I'm gonna be gripping that seat like, oh shit.
Oh, trust me. Like as soon as we start landing, I'm holding that seat in front of me. I'm like, I hate landing. I hate that hitting of the ground and trying to because when you land, you were going so fast and it has to stop. So it's like, and then it's like, oh, I don't like that.
I think it's fun. I'm like,
yeah, it's like a roller coaster.
So where can people get your podcast? How can people listen to it?
Yes, they can. On audio, it is everywhere. Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your favorite podcast. In video, you can get it on pattinegri.com. You can get it on my YouTube page. I put the video there every week, and I put lots of short little clips if you just want little short clips. I do best of, I put on Paraflix. I just put up a new season on Paraflix. So that's even another edit down the road. So you can find it most anywhere, but just go right to YouTube and see. I have what's great about my show is my guests. I have amazing guests.
You do have amazing guests.
Back and forth between there's my spiritual and magical and witchy, or they don't have to be witchy. They could be other spiritual, magical people. And then I have the paranormal people. So yeah, I get to learn something every week. That's what it's about. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll be definitely sending you the information about the Trudy Appleby case too. We really appreciate you.
Please do. I would love that. I will see. I don't know. Again, that's an area I don't know, but I will certainly see what I can do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me on. You guys are great hosts.
Definitely. And we'll definitely have to get you back on after the new year and talk even more because I have a feeling we have a lot more questions than we were able to hit today.
Okay, that sounds good. Anytime. And you guys are great hosts. And I will see you all soon, I am sure.
Yes. We'll see you sometime.
Do you have like a minute after the show that I can talk to you for like 2 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
That makes 3 minutes. Yeah, you have it. Okay.
You have 3 minutes.
3.
She's got things to do.
I know.
She got places to be, Derek.
I know.
I got you. 3 minutes and 2 minutes. It's good.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Patti.
Thank you, guys. Oh, everybody, thanks.
Have a good night. Have fun.
Thank you.
So this is our last show of 2025. I can't believe we are saying that, but we will be back January 4th with Barnaby Jones, who is a Bigfoot hunter, paranormal investigator, one of our special guests at the upcoming Paracon in March. So we'll be talking about Bigfoot, paranormal, everything.
As Michael Gagliano would put it, squatching.
Squatch, yes.
Well, I got 2 minutes left.
We got some amazing things coming up for 2026, so keep an eye out. And we'll see you guys back after the holidays. Have a great holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, anything.
Merry Christmas.
And we will see you guys back after the new year. Yeah, I gotta find it.